Hey folks, TNT Neon here. I'm doing a brushless upgrade for my boy Mike. Um, he one of our locals that comes into the hobby shop and whatnot. So I'm gonna do a brushless upgrade on his Mcpx. First of all, what I'm doing is first I'm gonna take here and I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna cut here and here for the heli, which is going to be the heli kit right here that we putting on it, 9-2 pin. So this is going to be I want to say 2 to 3 parts video on how to do this. But first of all, what we're going to do is going to start cutting right about here. Just trim it right about there and trim it right about here. So basically all I did was, I'm gonna remove this head. Basically all I did was took the razor blade and cut it right about here and right about here to where I know I can get a little deeper. So where I know I can that way I'm be placing my my motor, and I'm gonna cut it here. Bear with, I need to get me a new razor blade. Been doing a lot of brushless upgrades for folks. I'd like to help the community out and see how easy that came out after you cut it. And what you'll have left is a little flat spot right here. So you have a little flat spot right about here. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing. Of course you have to remove everything, of course. We're gonna do the same thing to this side here. Cut it right about in the same spots. Bear with, my razor blade a little dull, and let's see, cut it right about here, and again here. Take it and flip it down, and you have the little pieces left, and right here you'll have the little flat spot cut out and right up in the trim. This one we had already did the SR120 tail on it, so you don't need it. And he running this 3mm tail boom, but he used a piece to tap down to the inside of the frame. I don't know how he done that, but you know, it's pretty neat. Alright, so alright, we're gonna take the heli motor and we're gonna actually look and just sit it inside there for right now. Sit it in that side there, so we'll see how good it fits and everything. Run the alright, see right here, we have to trim away some here and have to trim away a little here for it to fit nice and neat in there, which ain't gonna be a problem. Alright, so we're just gonna trim a little, just a little, not much. Sit right back in. And sit there. Try to get the screws holes to line up. Alright, so it'll be like so. Alright, so that's how you trim it out, cut it the way you need, where it sits in there just as flush as I don't know what. You might see it with bowed a little bit right up in here. Don't worry about that. You'll place the servo. You'll place the servo back on like so, and you'll screw down right here. You'll screw down right there for it. You'll screw down the first hole first, then screw down on the second hole. Alright, that's it for part one. Hey folks, TNT Neon here, back with part two of the brushless build for my boy Mike. Right here you see I have the ESC, and this is a spare motor I had. I actually have his motor over in the kitchen at my solder station in the kitchen, and so this is the motor that we're gonna be running, but this is my backup motor. I'm gonna cut, I have already cut all this off, so I'm gonna cut this off to make it a little lighter and you know, better connection. Right here we have the Helimax ESC, where I just cut the cover off of it. So we have the Helimax ESC. What I done, instead of sending direct power from the battery to the board to the ESC, what I done was bypassed all that. You see I cut the wire off. I cut the main wire off right here. So cut all that main wire off, and I have used it as a jumper. So what have I done? I have put the positive to the positive side of the ESC and the negative to the negative side of the ESC right here. Also, for the sending direct power, I left the wires connected to the ESC here, the negative negative of course, and positive positive of course. So now you're going to get direct current straight here and to here, back to the board. Alright, also I set it up to have variable speeds. He wanted it set up so it'll have variable speed throttle response. As you see here, it's a tiny little spot, very tiny, very tiny. I saw it here, right here is the yellow wire running from the Steve. This Steve converter is from Wild Hobbies. This Steve converter is from Wild Hobbies. This is part 2 Steve converter, version 2 the Steve converter. So I saw the yellow wire here to the little tiny 10K resistor on the back side of it, and also I mounted the ESC to the back side. I mean the Steve converter, excuse me, to the back side of the main board. Alright, from here I have the white wire running to where the signal wire used to be at of this ESC. The red wire was here, the black wire was here, and the white wire was here. They was here, so I desoldered them, took them off and everything, and just now I'm just using this wire from the Steve hooked up to the original signal wire, where the original signal wire was placed. Alright. Alright, now like I said, this is the new Steve converter, so it's going to have the black wire. So I did what lift bag did. Now you can do this either way. You can do this one or two ways. One way, you can take it and you can take the red wire and the black wire from the new Steve converter, or the red wire and blue wire from the old Steve converter, and you can put the red wire here on positive, and you can put the blue wire or black wire, either one from Steve, on the black side, the negative side of the board. Once again, you take the red wire from the Steve and solder it to the positive side of the board, and the blue or black wire from the Steve and solder it to the negative side of the board. Alright, don't solder these two wires, the black wire or the red wire, or the blue wire, red wire from the Steve. Do not solder them to the power side of the ESC. Don't, because it's trying to get power from the ESC and the Steve to power it up, and you have some issues there. All right, the second way you can do it, my boy Lift Bag, which come up with the 2S version, Mcpx Go Lift Bag, and the 3S version of the Mcpx Go Again. That man, he just wonderful with electronics. So you can take it the second way. You can take it and solder the red wire from the Steve on the left side of the board. If the board is facing you like so, on the left side of the board, you see 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see 4 little small spots. You can solder them solder the red wire directly to the second spot on the 4 spots located. So these darts solder from to the second spot. And also you can take the blue or black wire and solder it to the 2 spots on the left side, also 2 big nice solder spots. Solder the black or blue wire of the Steve to the second one near the bottom. That's the second one at the bottom. So you know, it's still for it's make it look cleaner. Also make it start up better. If you have issues with startups, I know some people had issues with startups, so Lift Bag found that these are 2 spots that you can solder the Steve to. So that's the red wire to the second spot on either 4 spots, but we want it on the second spot soldered right here on the second spot of with the red wire, and the blue or black wire soldered on the second spot of the bigger solder spot. So that's red on the second spot on the little size, on the 4 little points at the second one, and the black wire or blue wire of the Steve soldered here on the second spot. All right. So that's, you know, quick way of, you know, where I show you how to solder it. I am going to power it up using my trusty 9503 JR radio. Got it bind to it, and using 500 milliamp using the 500 milliamp SR 120 battery. So we're gonna plug it up. We got our beeps, and make sure everything clear so nothing won't be touching. So show you that we have I moved it, so we're gonna unplug and try it again, cause I moved it before the light got solid up. So we got our beeps, we got a light, and now we're gonna show that we have variable speed. Make sure nothing touching and everything. So we have variable speeds. Here you go. Alright, then we're gonna go from here to idle up. And like I said, this is the speed, the Steve converter from Wild Hobbies. So the variable speed does work with the Wild Hobbies kit, with the Wild Hobby speed converter, with the black wire. So like I said, you got variable speeds. And there it is. So I'm gonna get ready to unplug it. So like I said, a quick run through. I have the yellow wire soldered here. I had a yellow wire soldered here on the little tiny 10K resistor for variable speed, because my customer, he wanted variable speed. So I hooked it up like that for the variable speed. The white wire from the Steve converter, soldered to the old spot where the signal wire coming from the speed control was here. So I soldered the white wire to the speed control here. Took the red and black wire and soldered here. Red on the second spot of the 4 spots, and the black wire or blue wire, either one will work, soldered here to the spot here, the second solid spot here on the main board. Alright, got rid of the plug. Once again, going over it one more time, got rid of the main plug that was here, cut the wires off, jumped them to the ESC. So we're going from positive to positive, and we're going negative to negative on the ESC side. So from the board to the ESC, from the board to the ESC. All right. Using a Hyperion 550 milliamp battery in this. This is the Mcpx Brushless kit. Like I said, we got some wind going on. Seem to be doing good. Who says the Mcpx can't fly in the wind? This doing real good in the wind. 9.2 pinion, heli motor, 10 amp ESC, SR 120 tail. Doing real good. Got the little shakes there. He got to clean the servos, but it's okay. I can fly it with it dirty like this. Like I said, this is the Hyperion battery, 550 milliamp battery on the Mcpx Runner Brushless conversion kit. That's my timer. This is set up on my other Mcpx setup, so I only had the timer set for 340. But you see, this is doing real good. Even with this wind playing with it. Even with the wind playing with it, it's doing fine. All right, folks. That was the flight of the final build of the Mcpx Brushless converter. As I always say, you know what? My man is good. That's my man God. All the time. TNT out.